let's talk a little bit about cutting the cards. There's quite a few ways to cut the cards. There's probably as many ways to cut the cards as there are playing cards. There's the typical one, which is called the table cut. We take part of the deck that's on the table, cut the top off, place it on the table, and then place the other top on top. The other half on top. Then there's the cut from the hands to the table. And then there's the in the hands cut, where you would just cut one off and put it on the bottom. Now there's a different reason to do any of those, but the best one, if you're actually doing it in a game with friends, let's say you're playing War or Fish or 7-card stud. The other person cuts and the dealer completes the cut. That way nobody can cheat, because if I cut and I complete the cut, there are ways for me to cheat. But if I cut and you complete the cut, you can't cheat because I've done half the cut and you've done half the cut. Actually, there are still ways to cheat, but we won't be covering them in this course. Okay. What I'd like to give you is a little challenge. This is an in the hands cut. Let's say you place the cards on your fingers. You cut half of them onto the palm of your hand. Here's my little challenge to you. By the next video, can you figure out a way to get this half on top of this half? And if you can figure out a way, see if you can figure out another way on top of that. Keep trying until you find a way that's kind of cool. There are many ways to do it that are kind of cool. And I'll show you one in the next video, but I'd like to give you some time to think about it yourself, because part of doing math and part of doing magic is to come up with some of your own solutions when you can. They may not be solutions that no one else has ever thought of, but at least you can say you thought of them before you heard them from someone else, and that makes them yours for you. Doesn't make them yours for the world, but it makes them yours for you. You can say, hey, I thought of that before anyone showed it to me. But usually you won't think of it until there's a reason to think of it, and I'm giving you that challenge now. Can you find a way to cut the top of the cards onto your hand, and only using this hand, not using another hand or any other objects, get this half onto this half in a kind of cool way? Okay? See you next time.